look what you've done. You cut this video in two because you allowed me to see the passwords that I created. Please. Too much work.
Have seen the collapse of, NFT prices, right, of major projects, over the last 6
Now
months.
I can just upload it.
Many projects are down, 95%, if not more, from where they were before, right? And this is sort of the like PFP image version of NFTs. What you guys are working on with Wake is like a totally different way of thinking about NFTs and what they can do and bring sort of real world utility. Can you tell us a little bit about like the interesting ways that Wake is using NFTs and how it's different from the way that people might traditionally be thinking about it?
Absolutely, Ted. Yeah, we're really excited to be really pre-launching the idea of an NFT with embedded value that allows for people to share with people that they love, that they know, or maybe even people that they don't know, the gift of mental wellness. And so what that means is it's everything from mental coaching through telemedicine to in-person infusions of psychedelics such as ketamine if they're onshore in the US, to offshore psychedelics that are a little more new to the
way too many accounts, dear Luke. Way too many. You don't need this
on the planet, and that's psilocybin, DMT, things like ibogaine, and so really,
there's such thing as a little too much decentralization in terms of fractionalization.
What
really.
We've seen is the
That's what
opportunity
the space is about. This space is about big egos, and this space is about my technology is better than yours. Go fuck yourself. Your technology is no better than other person's technology because all of the technologies are gonna fail when you see what's gonna be unfolding in this year and a few others more.
Mentioned, including things like our supplements, or gift it all away. And it could be to somebody that they like, somebody that they don't know, a group that they don't know. But it really allows for people to share mental wellness across the globe without the intermediaries such as the banks having any type of control on it. Through Wake, unfortunately, we've had a lot of unfortunate run-ins with groups like Stripe, like Square, like PayPal, just because of the business that we are in, which is fully legal here in Jamaica. The production of psilocybin, we do have great relationships with the DEA. We've done multiple exports from Jamaica into the US, as well as into Canada. And so everything's above board, but unfortunately, we still run into those layer 2 or web 2 rails that can be quite frustrating, and they can seriously impact our business by freezing funds, closing accounts, suspending accounts, all things that we've experienced, unfortunately. And we just see it as the next step to be able to unshackle things like mental wellness, to be able to provide it to anybody, and anybody can give it to anybody. So we're really excited about this. It's been something that we've been working on for a long time. We've met some amazing people like yourselves throughout this whole process. And as we roll it out, we're really excited to meet more people from the research community, from the medical community, and as well as obviously
big degree
from the client and the patient community.
Team is not as strong, dear Luke. And your branding is really sucky. Generally, guys, I do.
This is something that
judge companies by branding. I do.
Its time has come, and we're really excited to be a part of it.
Ooh, nice. Paragliding is one of my dreams.
Amazing. And for people that want to learn a little bit more about,
Mind your soul for triggers. Yes, Luke. I'm your trigger goddess.
what Wake is doing in the Web3 space, they can go to wake3.net. I'll drop that URL in the comment box.
I wonder. Too much happening, huh? Should I close my windows? No, EOS is just another failed step. Foxy card looks like something from 90s. I mean, Luke, you wouldn't be, the point of this video and right in the title of the other video
so
if we haven't connected just really again recently. I love you so much, and I don't know nothing about love, as I told you. So I don't know even what I say really when I say I love you. I just care about your name and your identity and decentralizing your identity as much as I can, so that you don't need to sell us some domain names to really claim your real identity. I need no domain names to really be myself, online, offline, whatever. Please. If you're conscious, if you're saying you're conscious, please be freaking conscious and create technology that is conscious tech and not BS tech that has been already existing this whole time. Level up, up game. Get yourself, a break for a year and see what happens. Just can't.
All these negative perceptions in Web3, and I'm curious what people think it looks like for us to continue to, bridge the gap between these communities, and talk a little bit about what real impact in this space looks like.
What real impact in this space looks like? First of all, the real impact in the space of decentralized mental wellness looks like really going offline and really not being engaged with the information overload that we're currently experiencing as humanity. That would be the perfect step to take.
Their experience as a child, having their parents sew gold coins into their jacket so they could cross the border, because they knew they wouldn't search the little kid as much as they would search them, and it was their entire life savings, trying to escape totalitarianism. And when I heard that story, and they're like, this is why Bitcoin matters, it blew me away. And I will never forget that talk because I recognize that this isn't just about speculation, it isn't just about making money. This is literally a tool for freedom. That you can walk across any border in the world with 12 words in your head, and it could be your entire life savings, your entire family's future, and you can survive.
There's a lot of people right now that's very relevant to in different parts of the world, man, sadly. So yeah.
It's powerful to think about it from that perspective. When you get, caught up in the whole NFT, whatever, and the whole DeFi craziness, and you see all these people speculating and gaining and losing money, and as we all raise our hands, ourselves gaining and losing money, I feel that's a really important thing to kind of to reset our minds and say, wait, why does any of this matter? And another aspect, there's a great documentary called All Wars Are Bankers' Wars. It's just kind of educating us on the reality of how this manipulation of the issuance of currency, the foundations of fiat currency by government decree currency, essentially funds the wars. And when you look at 1971 Nixon shock, it was about Vietnam. It was like, we have to keep funding Vietnam, but we can't do it if we're pegged to gold. How about we just not be pegged to gold anymore? We can just print however much money we want to keep funding more war. So depending on where you're at with whether war is a good thing in human society, this is an important thing as well. If you take that power away from those who have a monopoly on the initiation of force in a geographic region, which we call the nation state, you get some really interesting possibilities of human collaboration without that constant threat of violence, without war. The idea that it's like, I'm only going to do what you want me to do if it benefits me as well. We have voluntary exchange through this taking away of the control of this measuring stick of value itself. And I get really excited about that, and I'm passionate because I think this stuff matters and it's really important. And then to go a little further with what I'm excited about at the moment, are you guys familiar with Maslow's hierarchy of needs? I'm curious how many people, I share some enthusiastic hands went up. That's cool. I think it's, thanks, Alex. I love it. So Maslow's hierarchy of needs in its nutshell is basically just a way to organize, human needs. Like it starts with food, shelter, clothing, the basics. And as you come up the
Order
pyramid,
food at the bar. Order food at the bar.
There you go.
Don't forget to order food at the bar. Thank you so much. We love your patronage. Thank you. Right over there. Order food at the bar. But go ahead.
food and drinks as well.
And drinks. Many of them.
They make more money on the drinks, right? So.
I have no idea. Just, make sure you show these people some love, man, for the beautiful venue that they provided for us at the El San Juan Hotel. We'll also be hosting Limitless here December the 9th, you guys. We got some stuff planned for you guys.
So I'm going to finish up this, and then I'm going to go a little deep in the philosophy, then we'll bring it back a little bit. But the idea that Maslow's hierarchy of needs, at the end of his life, he changed the topic. It wasn't actualization, the peak of the human experience, become the best version of yourself and just do all the things. He actually realized it was self-transcendence. It was transcending your own identity as a human, becoming something bigger than yourself, having something that lasts beyond your death. And this is something I'm personally getting very interested and excited about, because I see different crypto projects, crypto communities that get all excited, and they literally march their way up that hierarchy, and they're at the top, and they're like, man, I've made a bunch of money with crypto, and everything's great. And then they're like, now what do? They go meditate, and they go on some, ayahuasca retreat or whatever, right? And I'm thinking more about this idea of how do we include our communities into that entire process that includes
more or less.
self-transcendence. The idea that you're not just here to make money, you're not just here to be the best version of yourself, you're actually here to
transcend yourself.
and limiting beliefs about yourself. And your involvement in this community is a very powerful part of that, because we're going to literally shape the future. The life we're living now is
I'm new to Twitter, so I might need some help with, bringing people up to speakers, but curious if anyone wants to,
I don't think it's correct information. I don't think we need visa.
ask a question or weigh in on that.
Do you think it's my internet, or you think it's me opening all these pages?
All right, if we're waiting, Brittany, you're one of the people I've heard speak so well on this before. I don't know. If you want to jump in and take a crack at this, but what does it look like to bridge the gap between these communities, and how can we do a better job in the crypto community of living the values of the psychedelic movement and sort of getting rid of this like toxicity that definitely permeates the space.
Permeates.
Yeah, I mean, I think what's important for everyone to recognize is that although crypto is an entire industry and it's a community, and there are a lot of strong and passionate beliefs that underpin why people are building these technologies. In the end, these are technologies. I speak about this to nonprofits and charities all the time that are looking at fundraising in crypto. And they say, well, we don't really understand this. It doesn't seem like something that we're really going to be a part of, or
Охренеть. Пошли вы
maybe
нахрен.
it clashes with our culture. And I say, well, you know, what technologies are you using every day that you don't understand how they work or why the people that built them in the first place? We don't know how iOS or Android functions. In turn, most people that use it every day don't know the technicalities of why it functions that way or why the technologists originally set out to.
But the fact that you know, in here on Twitter, they have this transcript. I don't know, loves. I just don't know. Like, that's why when people don't understand my communications, I'm like, go fuck yourself. Go, like, you know, don't waste time on me if you don't understand me. It's fine. Oh, this is good. Oh god, I'm gonna just overdo it on these things. Actually, no, this is it. There. Claim passport. Everyone's gonna be offering passports. Everyone's gonna be offering their, you know, domain names to claim our identity. I have to do nothing to claim my identity. I was already born. I don't like Aragon. I think Aragon is not good. Don't tell me it's a Google Sheets.
Build these projects, but we still use it every day because they function very well and they serve a purpose. So
I can't even join here because I don't give a shit about Discord, okay? And GitHub, Phantom, I don't know. Nothing. You know, if nothing really works, then how can I even like join this unless I'm forced to be there because somebody's paying me money to be part of the team? I just the whole concept of being paid to be part of the team is really expired in my world view. So you're kind of like forced to be there because you're basically being a
when we're
slave
talking
of that
about
team
how different
and that vision.
Web3
Just because you were
decentralized
hired to be that, just because you're getting the money for your labor, and that labor may be of course connected to your experience before, so you can be doing good in this, but like you can never really do super good in a company where you're basically a slave at, where you're literally connected with a contract that is asking you to do the work so that you can get paid for the money that you're receiving just because you're doing this work. And what if I'm not interested in doing this work, but I still have to do it? I still have to do it because I need to survive. The fuck, humanity. Let's figure this shit out first before building technologies to do more work. Nobody wants to do more work, and technologies, they're not automatizing us just yet, because AI is only going to show you some pictures of things that you think you want to see, which is already like, we don't need that. Like, we already saw so many pictures that are NFT hype that are digital pictures. Nobody wants to see digital pictures. And of course, yes, sure, voice recognition and like whatever else the AI is these days, but it's not going to replace. It's not going to replace a human soul. No.
Membership of a community, why you would reward your community in tokens for participation, then that starts to make sense, and you can start to separate from big centralized crypto companies who have defrauded people, or the type of culture that might happen at certain crypto conferences that people aren't excited about because it's not their thing, and that's totally.
Guys, I need to be closing pages, not opening them. Legendary investor. Would you call yourself legendary? I think I'm going to be creating like a guild of developers, making sure they go get rest. Don't keep staring at the screen. Just because they're the only people who really can write it. And according to Vitalik's article that I read about trying one of those OpenAI whatever to, or Chat GPS or whatever, to create a code, and it wasn't perfect at all, and we know it's not going to be perfect when you need to create actually things from scratch. Guys, it just gets more and more technocratic, while we can go in a completely different direction and create systems offline instead. Security through obscurity, yeah.